Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Black Mask 1 today. And today we won't be having a match, we'll actually be having another deck profile. Sorry about that, I know Riddler is, he disappeared, so, you know, for who knows how long. But for now, we'll just have, you'll just have me hosting. But anyway, today we'll be doing a deck profile for the Prismo deck. And I like to call this one the hodgepodge deck because I've literally put, I don't know, just the craziest cards into this deck. Like, I really don't know what I was thinking, but I mean, like, if you guys followed our Prismo versus series, you can see that, the Prismo deck beat every single deck except barely the Nice Lands one. So it completely destroyed our other decks, though. But anyway, I guess we'll go ahead and start. We'll start out with, I divided each planes into monsters, buildings, and spells, if they have any. So anyway, but we'll start with my favorite planes, which is the cornfield landscape. So anyway, we'll start with Husker Champion. Just a good card if you have any, buildings on the field. If you don't, then it's kind of a really useless card. But like I said, we put a decent amount of buildings in here, so whenever you get that card, you should already have one. But now we put as many Slimies as we can, because Slimies are really made just for this deck, and I have 2 yellow Slimies. And it has a good ability, but like I said, I've always said that if there was ever a meta in, Card Wars, the Slimies would be banned. I swear to you, like, instantly. I mean, like, every one of these are so broken because they're just so strong. 3 attack and 6 defense. I mean, it's just unreal. But anyway, next we have 2 Old Corn Eye. Another very powerful card and a very cheap price. However, it does die, so it's kind of a hit or miss. If you guys got that joke. But anyway, next we have Gold Ninja. This is another good card. I know that you can run up to 3 for anything, but since we use other cards to make other decks, and I hate to take them out repeatedly because we get confused on what goes where, or what's been taken out and what hasn't. So like I said, this deck is the hodgepodge deck because literally whatever we had left over after making all these other decks was what we put into this one. But it works, no matter what, it does work. And we have Fancy Zebra Corn. I don't really know why I put this one in here. Oh no, for different landscapes, yeah, never mind. I was thinking it gained 1 defense for every single cornfield landscape, but it's just every single different landscape. Alright, then for the buildings we have 2 yellow lighthouses. That's just to let you be able to draw, because like I said, in this deck, you go through cards so fast, you kind of need this one to kind of help boost your hand. But anyway, next we have Psionic Swashbuckler. I don't actually know why I put this one in here. Oh wait, hold on guys, let me move these out of the way. I don't actually know why I put this one in here because it's really good, no joke, but it didn't really go well. I mean, it goes well with this deck, I guess, but it just seems kind of random, to be honest. It doesn't have like an ability based on different landscape types, so I don't really know what I was thinking. I guess because the abilities, I guess because the ability was so good, that's why I threw it in there. We have Grape Genie. Now, for most of these I'm not a huge fan of, but I'm not really a huge fan of any of the Blue Plains cards. We just kind of put them in there to see if they would help. And really the Swashbuckler though is really good, but this one not so much. We run 2 Ancient Scholars. And that's a good card, but like I said, it's kind of a, yeah. I was thinking it could return any spell, but it's only a rainbow spell. So, like I said, we do have a few rainbow spells, but just not many. So that's why I'm not a huge fan of this one either. Like I said, we just threw these in here because we needed a 4th plane, technically. So that's why I kind of just put some in here because we needed the plane in order to play the blue Slimy. Now, like I said, like any other Slimy, this one is really good. I would run 3, but like I said, we work with what we got. You know, like you can only get these though with the booster box, the For the Glory booster box. So, you know, and I only got 2 of I think everything except for, I want to say, Nice Lands. But anyway, this one's not really the best, but you can return a creature, so it's, you know, it's kind of like the Mummy. Oh, I forgot, you can't return your opponents anymore. Someone mentioned that to me, that they had corrected that. Alright, but anyway, next, then we have Gnome Snot. You just get to draw 3 cards, just the more, you know, more hand control, that way you can, you know, add more cards to your hand. And that's it for the useless, golly, I'm sorry guys, I keep wanting to call Blue Plains Useless Swamp, I don't know why. Alright, so now we're on to Sandylands. We're running 1 green Snaky, just a good card, cheap. You throw him down, if he dies, the monster loses 1 health, you know. And we only have 1 Lime Slimy, so, you know, but this one, I like the Cornfield one the most because it has 3+ attack. But this one's nice because you get to draw 2 cards, so it's an interesting one. I'm sorry if you guys can't see that. The light is reflecting on that one. But this one, you know, the Lime Slimy lets you draw, you know, 2 cards, but, you know, that's a good one. Like I said, we have so many cards to let you draw in this deck that to me it's almost impossible to not have a card to play on your turn. Next up, we run 2 Cactus Thugs. I used to run those whenever I used to have a Sandylands plus, you know, Cornfield Landscape. I ended up just taking them out because they kind of just, you know, bogged down my Cornfield cards. But with this deck, it goes really well. Like, I remember, I think it was Old Corn Eye. I think Riddler had used Old Corn Eye and then played this one down, so it gained, you know, it had 5 attack, and then he attacked me directly, so, you know, he did a ton of damage, so. But anyway, so good cards. We have 2 Sand Jackals. They're okay. Like I said, we just use them because they're at 1 point and they had 3 attacks, so good card. We have Sand Knights. Once again, just a 1-point card, but it had 8 defense, so, you know, it's a good, okay card for this deck. And then we have Crab Skull Island. You know, you just pay 1 action, then you get to flip a card, and if it's a monster, play it down. But anyway, that's really it for this. That's it for the Sandylands. Really, I think the Sandylands and Cornfield cards kind of push this deck, you know, and, you know, the Blue Plains and Nice Lands kind of just help support it. But for Nice Lands, we run 2 Angel of Vanilla. Just a good card. If you pay an action, you can, you know, zero out its health. That way it's back up to, you know, it's 6. Or you get to take off the damage, I'm sorry, not zero it out. And next we have we run 2 Strawberry Slimies. And this is neat because you can heal 4 damage, so that's a pretty neat, you know. I remember a friend of mine kept digging these out of his graves, and I can't remember how. But, and he kept just healing his monsters, you know. And whenever you have something like, yeah, freaking Fancy Zebracorn that would have 8 defense, you know, it'd be almost impossible to kill it. And if you threw these things on, he could heal it, you know, halfway. Let me take a water break, sorry guys. Alright, so next we run 1 Pyclops, just a good card. You can once again heal again. We have 1 Cutie. This lets you heal directly, you know, you won't, whereas these made you heal a monster, this one lets you heal yourself, so. And just another good 1-point card. We have Furious Rooster, just another good 1-point card. It's almost like Furious Hen, but, you know, just the more tamed version of it, or the cheaper version, I should say. So, good card. And then for the spells, we just have 1 Blue Candy. Just get to heal 3, or, yeah, heal or deal 3 damage. And that's it for the old Nice Lands. All we have left now are the rainbow cards we have. We run 1 Sand Angel. Just a 0-point card. Once again, we just kind of threw it in there. As always, we run at least 1 Celestial Castle and 1 Blood Fortress. Those are just good buildings. You know, I think every deck should have at least 1 or 2, at least 1 of each in it. And then for the spells, we have Master of Disguise, a good card, you know, lets you, your opposing creatures have -1 attack. We have Friendship Bracelet, lets you rotate out damage between your monsters. teleport if you ever needed to teleport, like maybe a cornfield card to the adjacent landscape to the Cactus Thug. We just threw it in there for that. And then we have Ring of Destruction, and you know, each of your creatures has 2 attack. So if hypothetically you could use teleport to move Old Corn Eye to a Cactus Thug, give it 5 attack, and then play this card, and then, you know, give it 2 more attacks, that would be 7. You know, that could be a game ender right there. But anyway, that's really it for this little video, I guess. You know, for our little deck profile we have here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But anyway, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below. But as always, I'm Black Mask 1, and this has been Diamond Top Gaming.